What's up, Chad? How you doing? What are you guys up to tonight? What are you doing? I woke up from a pretty serious nap. It was yeah, not my intention to sleep so much, but I really did, and I don't necessarily regret it. It was very, very good for my mental well-being. So, I was into that. Um After work, um couldn't necessarily stand being there, but I did stay there a little later tonight, trying to wrap some stuff up. But you know, I literally can't stand it anymore. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. It's just I don't like being there like at all. Um, suppose there's worse jobs. I'm I suppose there are jobs that would actually just I don't know. I don't know. I suppose there's some position out there that I would detest more, but there's just so many times that I could just be asked to betray my own interests, to sacrifice all my morality as a human being, to do what you're told instead of what makes sense. I just don't. It, it kills my spirit entirely. I feel like not a person when I'm working there. I'm not gonna lie. I legitimately feel like like jobs of that nature make me feel as if it's indistinguishable from the I don't know. I don't want to harp on it too much, but it's almost like the feeling of not having any feeling whatsoever. It quite legitimately feels psychopathic. I feel like jobs of that nature make people chronically into sociopaths and psychopaths. I think it does. Because, like, the more I actually engage with my career in that way, it actively facilitates you not feeling anything at all. And I don't like that, like, at all. And I know that's purely a factor of that job. I feel like when I'm here and when I'm doing work that I love, and when I'm at school engaging with this field that I love in a highly creative and intellectual way, there's a spirit to it. There's a livelihood. There's a fire deep within you that you're fueling. But when you work for a company that's completely devoid of all internal spirit or internal fire, and all it does is like ask you to betray your own interests constantly and ask you to betray your own insight persistently. A job that tells you to stop creating, do as we tell you to, instead of what makes sense. Quite honestly, I feel like the longer you work in that environment, the more psychopathic you become. And these people like delude themselves into thinking that they, I don't know, are better than that, or they're not capable of falling down that same deep well of emotional dysregulation. But the only thing that makes you into is a fucking corporate chuckle fuck. Like, I hate these people so much. And I hate what they facilitate, and I hate the spirit that they kill out of their employees. Maybe I'll put better words to it one day. Maybe I'll have this very same idea that is eloquently presented. Because I feel it now, but I feel like I'm not exactly hitting it on point. And I feel like one day I just might. I feel like one day I just might blow the lid off of it. I don't know what that takes. I don't know if that means like whatever my next position is, getting in-depth knowledge of another company. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to do it. It makes sense if they did. They don't. It makes sense if they're scientific. They're not. It'd be all worth it if there was a point to it all. Yet they'll go out of their way to make every action most purposeless. I just don't understand it. And the only thing that I can do at this point is just withdraw completely. That's the stage that I'm in. I'm at the withdraw completely stage. They're starting to come out with things that they've failed on in the past. There's this program that they're using that we showcased has a tremendous amount of bugs. It has a lot of defaults and defects, and they're bringing it back. And they're bringing it back, in my opinion, if they haven't done a complete facelift on this program, then they're going to implement the very same thing that caused a tremendous amount of issues last year. And these are the exact same people there that are implementing this. And all of my coworkers are just deluding themselves into thinking like, everybody that made that decision is gone now or whatever, and they just don't fucking understand. Like, they fucking delude themselves. It's all cope. It's the whole thing is just cope. Yeah. They cope themselves into thinking like, God, it's gonna get better. God, this new regime is gonna be it, man. Oh, don't worry. Everybody that made bad decisions before is gone. Oh, don't worry. Dude, it's cope. It's absolute cope. And it's sickening to me because these people don't, like, they fool themselves into infinity. Like, they're just meant to be taken advantage of. And it's so sad because they've got a spirit, and I know they do. And it's so dim. It's like a pilot light that's just been turned on to the absolute minimum setting. And I'm watching them, and I know what they're capable of. And yet they let other people dictate their own beautiful mind into dullard states. Man, I just can't stand it. All right, what's on the agenda today? Dude, are you kidding? How does I don't know why it does this every time. I don't know why it does this every time, dude. How about Google Eric Pullman $sign pull Solana. Hey, what's up, Grandpa? Oh, you know what? This isn't restarted. All right. Oh well, I don't want to resize it unless. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought so. Called it. All right. Let's bring this back. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, that's my grandpa right there. What's up, Grandpa? He unfortunately passed away, I think, a couple years ago. Let's see. Was OG Ego? That's me. What's up? Uh, Soul Scanner. There we go. I don't know why that took so much, but all right. Let's see how my crypto is doing. Ha 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 ha. Nice. All right, we got some liquidity. 240. Mhm. What am I looking for here? Um. BlackRock coin? No, thank you. Oof. All right. Well, here's my crypto. Um, I gave 5,000 to somebody last night. I wanted to see if it actually showed up in their account, and surprisingly enough, like I sent it to their address. I sent pretty little, like less than a penny's worth. Shoot, I think the fee was probably more expensive than what I sent, but no, I sent it to their address, and it looks like they actually had it. They actually have it in their account, so it looks like, yeah, it shows up. It shows up, so that's pretty cool. That's the first time I ever sent that. Shout out to James. Thanks for letting me test that out on you, James Morrison. Thank you for letting me send this to you. So I sent that to Mr. James, who's a guy on TikTok who gave me his Solana address. So appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, James. Is that showing? Yeah, it is. All right, cool. Yeah, so wanted to get that out of the way. Thank you, sir. And that helps me out, actually. That really does help me out, because if you go to the token program, you see a couple different things. When it was first minted, who the creator was, what the name is, the token symbol, and then like every transaction that it has. So you can see every single transaction here. I love this site. SoulScan is really, really cool. But then you also get like the price. So this is a 0 and then 6 other zeros and then a 2. So this is so far less than a penny, it's not even funny. But we've got 693 million of these made. I actually made 694 million. It was 69,420, 7777. But I learned that if we go back to the beginning way back to the beginning of all this. Yeah, here we go. 69,420, 777. Funny numbers. And then I sent this to a liquidity pool, and then that got distributed. But I realized after having done that if you burn a certain amount of liquidity pool, certain amount of liquidity tokens, I had no idea that this burn actually removed it from the current supply. So then that made my funny number down into a number that wasn't so funny. So unfortunately, I have to maybe chop that back down into something that would be funny. But then, like, anyone could just burn it. So anyone can disrupt that at any time. Unfortunate. Another thing that you'll notice is the holders, from 9 to 8 to 10 to 11 to 12. The holders actually really help it out. And the more people that hold this, the more value it has, because it's more stable. More people can stake it, I believe. And if we go to, I think it's Rug Check, that'll actually showcase it. So this has a risk analysis of 8,600, but before it had like 11,000 or something, right? And that's because like the number of holders, like I was holding most of it. And so for anybody who wants to get in on this, anybody who's seen this from a distance, they see that like, well, the creator owns, I think at the time it was like 40% or whatever. The chances that this is going to get rugged is extremely high. And I have no plans for that at all. There's a couple different things. Like, what are you going to do? Rug a $200? You're going to rug a $200 token? That makes no sense. So obviously I'm not going to do that. And then apart from that, like, this is supposed to provide anybody watching. It's supposed to provide anybody watching with value that they can hold on to. And as I grow, they grow as well. And I'll pass these out more and more as I broadcast more throughout this year. And hopefully as I gain in value, these will also gain in value as well. And then Anybody who has held on to this as early as possible will get the most amount of value. So the intent here is to incentivize growth by giving this out to people that have came across me as early as possible, and give them an incentive as well to allow me to grow. Um, yeah, I think that's maybe the way I want to put it. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking through it, but that's my story with this crypto here. Let's go to ACX. Nice. You've received an offer to produce an audiobook. Let's celebrate a win, guys. Let's celebrate a win. Check this out. Congratulations, Eric Pullman. You have been given an offer to produce an audiobook, Philosophical Methods and Their Applications to the Art of Living. Somebody listed this for, oh, that's cool. Look at that. I love that. The author reached out to me directly. That is so cool. About this, wow. 23 ratings. That's really good. That's really good. That is really, really good. Independently published. I love that. Political and social sciences. The Philosophy of Success. Practical Methods for a Life Without Limits. To paint a masterpiece, an artist needs a brush. I like this. I like how it's written. And to gain a garden, and to create a gardener requires the right tools. Whatever you set out to do, you will need instruments. When building a life, you'll also need tools. If you aim for success, your tools will be philosophical methods. Philosophical methods aren't abstract ideas. They're practical approaches that help you achieve your goals. It doesn't matter who you are. Ooh, these are me right here. A scientist, an engineer, an artist, or entrepreneur. Philosophical methods will make your thinking dynamic and adaptable. Okay. Enabling you to see the bigger picture where others see only scattered pieces. Each method explored in this book is a tool for understanding how the world works and how you can navigate it. This is an invaluable tool. This is an invaluable skill for anyone who strives to make well-informed decisions, whether in politics, business, science, or personal relationships. That's kind of cool. I like that. All right. Slightly triggered that it has the character age is middle-aged, but that's whatever. That's whatever. That's whatever. Narration opportunity. Awesome. All right, I've sent an offer and would greatly appreciate if you accept it and begin working on the book. The paperback version has been very well received, and I truly hope that, thanks to your talent, the audiobook will be appreciated by the audience. That is so cool. That is so cool. Man. All right. So let's review the offer. Okay. So March 29. End of March. I think that I can clear a lot of this backlog by the end of February. I think I can do that. Royalty share. Half of the royalties on Audible net sale receipts earned on the sales of the audiobook. Rights holder and producer each receive half of the royalties. Yeah. And then Eric Pullman will produce an audiobook based on the listed above on behalf of Andrew Kudin on the terms set forth by ACX Audiobook Production Standard Terms. Andrew and Eric Pullman understand that the audiobook production standard terms apply to the terms of agreement. Eric and Andrew agree that they bound by the ACX production standard terms and ACX royalty terms. And yeah, this sounds all very standard. Offer accepted. There you go. You've seen it here, folks. You've seen it here. I accept the offer. And I don't know why it does this. This is an issue with ACX, but the cover art, you've seen it before. The cover art was there, and then it somehow just removes the cover art. I don't know why that happens, but philosophical methods and their application to the art of living. This is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. Because, you know, when an author specifically reaches out and wants you specifically, your voice specifically, to bring their book to life, you know, they're not working with a production house. They're not working with a team of people that are like mass soliciting people. Like, this is somebody's like livelihood, you know, that they spent, God, months, if not years on. I mean, the fact, like, this is 52,000 words. It's estimated to be 5.7 hours. I mean, that's a pretty large project. So to be given the opportunity to take this on, it's such an honor, you know. It's absolutely such an honor. And that's not to say that anything else that I'm working on isn't as honorable, but man, that feels really good. I got the same feeling with I don't know if Randall reached out specifically, but this was another instance of okay, yes, they're doing this through a production house, but it's like when people reach out to you specifically and they say, hey, I came across your talent profile, I really like your style, I'd love it if you took on my project. That is so cool. I think maybe Teal Kimball, I think maybe he did that as well. I don't think he reached out to me, but I believe that he specifically was making this audiobook. He wasn't working with a production house. He was doing it by himself. This one has zero sales too. So this one was just basically like for the love of the game, you know? Yeah, half an hour. I think the produced audiobook made it like a little over an hour. This was a fun one. So man, I cannot wait to start doing this one. This is really cool. I love that. All right. So we got the offer. We accepted the offer. It's still today. What else? Yeah, we gotta get things going on a different chapter too. So I'll respond back to that after once I get some time tonight. I'll respond back to that. So let's go back. What's up, YouTube? How you doing? I'm going through my messages on ACX. We just got offered yet another book. Super excited for that one. It's yet another project here. Let me show you. Philosophical Methods and Their Application to the Art of Living. Super cool. Let's check this title out on all right, so this is the title on Amazon. This is the one that we just got offered. Love it. Love it. 23 ratings is really good. All right, Mr. Andrew. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Oh, that's cool. He's a scholar, a philosopher, and an educator with 40 years of experience. So he's got his degree in philosophy and law, as well as master's degree in philosophy and management. All right, cool. Cool. This is going to be awesome. That's a really good bio, man. That's a really good bio. I wonder if he's going to use this for like a class setting. Yeah. All right, cool. Cool. Well, we got that. So, really excited. Really excited to yo, what's up, Life Elements? Good to see you, man. Well, look who we have here. The one and only. How have you been, Eric? I've been doing all right. Thank you very much. It's good to have you in. Good to see you. I will say life's keeping me busy for sure. I'm coming up to a moving date here. We're gonna move in. So I mean, we have the place already, but I think we're gonna move everything closer to the end of February. So that's something that's been on my mind. What else? Work has just been like awful. Ugh. So I'm trying to get away from work as often as possible and come back and do some recording. I hope you're doing well, Life Elements. I hope you are enjoying life. It's good to see you. I'm getting toasty in here, actually. All right. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good to start recording. But let's check Kick Chat just before I get started. Yo, what's up, Gilbertson? Gilbertson said, hi, ABCMJHFG. Thank you, Gilbertson, for that riveting commentary. Appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a follow, man. I appreciate you jumping into my chat there. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. The thing about Kick Chat is it doesn't pop up on here. So if you're watching on Kick, I'm so sorry, but I will not be able to see it real time. But I will always come back to check it in. Check in. We got 22 followers on there. That's pretty cool. I hope all goes well with moving. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope work feels better soon. Man. I don't have any hope for work. I'm not gonna lie. That place is a pretty hopeless pursuit, unfortunately, but it's okay because it's not a forever thing. Are the books coming along well? Yeah. Yesterday we made it to chapter 5 of this generative AI book that I've been working on. And today I'd like to do a little more work with it. I want to go to chapter 6. And then I think that, I mean, these are pretty short chapters. I think they're only about 20 minutes. I think if I knock out this one chapter, I'll be pretty happy with it. And then I'll do more tomorrow. But yeah, no, this is definitely coming along for sure. We're at the halfway point with this one, and I'll be editing this soon. And I don't think the edit will take too long, to be honest. This one's pretty on point. There's some dead air in here for sure, but like these takes have been pretty good. So I've been relatively happy with how it's coming along. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope life's going well for you, sir. All right, I'm gonna put on do not disturb, so my phone doesn't ring. But let's get it started. Let's get it started a little bit, and I'll have chat pulled up so I can read chat while I'm doing this as well. But I won't do too much commentary. But if you have any questions, I'll definitely pause it and answer for sure. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Okay. Let's see. And we're back. Generative AI. Yeah, it's a book on let's see, what is it? It's like interview tips for a generative AI position. That's basically like the concept of the book is you're going for an interview of a position that involves generative AI. And these are like tips on how to guide that interview while you're in that setting. So I think it's really cool because there's a lot of analogies that can be drawn. Even though I don't specifically work in generative AI, there's a lot of concepts from generative AI, like iteration or automation or taking things and parsing the data and making it as simplistic as possible, or machine learning. Like, all of that comes from the concept of learning itself and information theory. So I really like the idea of it going into these concepts of generative AI, because although it's for the layperson when going into those interviews to help you out, it actually helps me out understand myself and how I can categorize information in my own mind in a more optimal way. So I really love the concept of it. I'll leave you to it then, sir. I'll keep the tab on. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Life Elements, you are a real G. I appreciate that. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Had to shift in my seat a little bit. Yes, and I will be posting more about it. But if you have a Solana address, I've made this token on Solana, and if you have a Solana address that can accept tokens, I will give you this Solana cryptocurrency token that I've made. Totally up to you if you'd like to accept any of that, but it's free of charge. I pay all of the fees to get that to you, but I want to make sure that anyone that's helping me out along the way get to the point where I want to be in my creative journey is given a piece of me that will grow as I grow. So if that sounds like something that you would like, definitely either DM or post it here if you'd like, a Solana address, and I will send you this token that I've created. And hopefully, like, that can help anybody out that helps me out along the way. I think, yeah. I don't exactly know how to talk about it just yet, but that is the concept of it. So I want to put that out there as well. All right. Does this capture? No. Okay, because it's on chapter 5 still. Hold up. There we go. That's really nice, Eric. I don't have one, but I do appreciate you offering it. Absolutely. Well, if you ever get one, definitely list that, and hopefully I can give you something, or I can give you something that I can create value with this journey. Yeah, maybe that. You're going places, man, and you know it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Life Elements. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. Chapter 6. Okay, this duplicated channel is turned off. And here we are. Yeah, no, I definitely appreciate that vote of confidence. Okay, chapter 6 is in-depth coding questions for generative AI. Let's see, how long is this? 1, 2. Oh, how am I going to save this? Oh, no. This is always bad. Implement a tokenizer. Okay, interesting. Hold up. I do not know how I'm going to say that. That's crazy. Solution. Define the self-attention function. Import, what is that? Import nummy as np. Def scale dot product attention. Oh, yeah, I know dot products. Oh, come on now. We're doing a dot product? Okay. Uh, man, if I knew what these translated to, I could actually I could actually say it in a better way. Where I could say something like, define the scale dot product attention QKV as DK Q shape Q dot shape -1 set to -1. Set scores NP dot DOT Q K dot T over NP square root D of K. Like, I'm pretty sure what these are. I think I know what they translate to, but man, this is maybe I should take this and copy it, and then but that's gonna happen often, actually. Hold up. Yeah, that's gonna happen often. I don't know how I'm gonna. Yeah, these are actually in depth. This does not lend itself well. Yet another problem of audiobooks of technical uh technical topics. Yikes. Yikes. What's up, YouTube? Good to see you guys. I see you popping in and out. I definitely appreciate you. Everybody popping in and out onto YouTube definitely helps. I see all my YouTube analytics, and I see when you guys pop in throughout the live streams. So those definitely count as views on YouTube. So even if you're popping in for a second, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, views are just part of it. It's also like watch time and everything as well. But as one raw data point of views, definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. So thank you to my YouTube viewers as well. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. Chapter 6. Let's see what I got. Chapter 6. Chapter 6. In-depth coding questions for generative AI. Coding questions in generative AI interviews test your ability to translate theoretical concepts into practical solutions. These challenges often involve implementing core components of generative models, optimizing algorithms for efficiency, or solving problems related to data handling, This chapter covers essential coding concepts, example problems, and real interview questions with detailed solutions. To help you excel. Key coding concepts you need to know. Dynamic programming for token generation. Dynamic programming, DP, is a critical technique for solving problems that involves breaking down complex tasks into into overlapping sub-problems. In the context of generative AI, DP is particularly useful for token generation tasks such as beam search or greedy decoding. These algorithms balance efficiency and output quality by exploring multiple paths through the token space and selecting the optimal sequence based on a scoring function. For example, beam search uses DP. To keep track of the top K. Okay, hold on. To keep track of the top K. That transition, whoa. To keep track of the top K token sequences at each decoding step, ensuring that the final output is both coherent and visually relevant. Ensuring that the final output is both coherent and contextually relevant. Mastery of DP techniques is essential for implementing and optimizing such algorithms. Mastery of DP techniques is essential for implementing and optimizing such algorithms in generative models. Algorithms for handling large data sets. Generative AI systems often operate on massive data sets, requiring efficient algorithms for data ingestion. Pre-processing, and storage. Key techniques include sharding, dividing large data sets into smaller, manageable chunks for parallel processing. Streaming, processing data incrementally to avoid memory bottlenecks. MapReduce frameworks, utilizing distributed computing to perform large-scale data transformations efficiently. Utilizing distributed computing to perform large-scale data transformations efficiently. Understanding these algorithms ensures you can handle the data-intensive nature of generative AI tasks. From model training to real-time inference. Example coding problems. Generate a simplified transformer model. Problem. Implement a simplified version of a transformer model, focusing on the self-attention mechanism. Solution. Define the self-attention function. encoding import numpy as np. Define scaled underscore dot underscore product underscore attention parentheses q comma k comma v colon d underscore k equals q dot shape bracket -1 close bracket. Return scores equals np dot dot parentheses q comma k dot t close parentheses / np dot sqrt parentheses d underscore k close parentheses. Return attention underscore weights equals softmax parentheses scores comma axis equals -1 close parentheses. Return type return np dot dot parentheses attention underscore weights comma v close parentheses. Like, I don't know if I should just like, I was trying to show that this is just, I don't know if this lends itself well at all to an audiobook. Like, I get what it's trying to say, like define scale dot product attention QKF. Like, those are 3 vectors in that dot product space, and then it's like I guess defining the shape of -1 of k and the scores of the np dot product of q is like, okay, so you're defining these scores based on this dot product of k and t, and you're defining q as that dot product, and you put that over the square root of Q shape. Yeah, this is just mathematics. This is just mathematics, but it's doing it in like a vector space, and it's I think it's like a Calc 3 thing mixed with like linear algebra maybe, but I remember dot products from Calc 3, and I never passed Calc 3, so that tells you how far I got with that one. All right, let's see. Implement the transformer block, including positional encoding, multi-head attention, and feed-forward layers. In feed-forward layers, use libraries like TensorFlow or PyTorch for efficient implementation. Implement a tokenizer. Problem. Build a tokenizer that splits text into subwords using byte pair encoding, BPE. BPE. Let's see if we can. BPE. Solution. Tokenize the input. Tokenize the input text into words. DEF, tokenize, parentheses, text, colon. Return text.split, parentheses, close parentheses. Apply the BPE algorithm to merge subword units iterative. Apply the BPE algorithm to merge subword units iteratively based on the frequency. Based on frequency. Define byte underscore pair underscore encoding, parentheses, tokens, comma, NUM underscore merges, close parentheses, colon, next line, for underscore in range, parentheses, NUM underscore merges, close parentheses, colon, next line. Pairs equals get underscore pairs, parentheses, tokens, close parentheses, next line. Best underscore pair equals max dot get, close parentheses, next line. Merge underscore tokens, parentheses, tokens, comma, best underscore pair, close parentheses. Next line, return tokens. Build a basic GAN architecture in Python. Problem. Implement a basic GAN for generating simple 2D shapes. For generating simple 2D shapes. Solution. 1. Define the generator in discriminator networks. From TensorFlow.keras, import layers, comma, sequential. Define build underscore generator, parentheses, close parentheses, colon, next line. Model equals sequential, parentheses, open bracket, next line. Layers.dense, parentheses, 128, comma, activation equals. What do you call a... What do you... Hold up. What do you call that symbol? What is this symbol? Apostrophe? That's not an apostrophe. That is not an apostrophe. That's an impostrophe. No. No. Stop. TikTok is crazy. All right, let's see. Apostrophe. That is not an apostrophe. No, it's not. Okay. Are you guys can't see this. It's like quotation marks, but it's just one. How is that an apostrophe? An apostrophe is like the little star thing. What is the star thing? Hold up. That's an asterisk. apostrophe? I have to say apostrophe? Apostrophe. All right. Well, come on. This is ridiculous. All right. Apostrophe. RELU. Apostrophe. Comma. Input underscore DIM equals 100. Close parentheses. Comma. Next line. Layers.dense 25 parentheses 256 comma activation equals apostrophe RELU apostrophe close parentheses comma next line layers.dense parentheses 2 comma activation equals apostrophe tan H apostrophe close parentheses next line close bracket close parentheses next line return model next line blank next line DEF build underscore discriminator parentheses close parentheses colon next line model equals sequential open parentheses open bracket next line layers.dense parentheses 256 comma activation equals apostrophe RELU apostrophe comma input underscore DIM equals 2 close parentheses comma next line layers.dense parentheses 128 comma activation equals apostrophe RELU apostrophe close parentheses comma next line layers.dense parentheses 1 comma activation equals apostrophe sigmoid apostrophe close parentheses next line close bracket close parentheses next line return model train the GAN using using alternating updates to the generator and discriminator. Real interview questions with solutions and explanations. Question 1. Implement a function to pre-process text for a transformer model. Solution. Pre-processing involves cleaning, tokenizing, and converting text into input embeddings. Example. Code. From transformers, import BERT tokenizer. Next line, DEF preprocess underscore text parentheses text colon. Next line, tokenizer equals BERT tokenizer dot from underscore pretrained parentheses apostrophe BERT hyphen base hyphen uncased apostrophe close parentheses. Next line, tokens equals tokenizer parentheses text comma return underscore tensors equals apostrophe PT apostrophe comma padding equals true comma truncation equals true close parentheses. Next line, return tokens. Question 2. Write a program to train a simple GAN using a synthetic dataset. Solution. Generate synthetic data. Code. Import numpy. Import numpy as NP. Next line. DEF. Generate underscore data. Parentheses in underscore samples. Close parentheses, comma. Next line. Return np dot random dot uniform. Parentheses -1, comma 1, comma size equals parentheses in underscore samples, comma 2, close parentheses, close parentheses. Train the GAN using the generator and discriminator. Train the GAN using the generator and discriminator models defined earlier, iterating through batches of synthetic data. Question 3. Optimize a transformer model for low latency. Optimize a transformer model for low latency inference. Solution. Apply model quantization to produce precision without loss in accuracy. Code. From transformers, import pipeline. Code. From transformers, import pipeline. Next line. From Onyx runtime dot quantization, import quantize underscore dynamic. Next line. Quantized underscore model equals quantize underscore dynamic, parentheses, apostrophe, path underscore to underscore model, parentheses, comma, apostrophe, comma, apostrophe, quantized underscore model, apostrophe, close parentheses. Use batch inference to process multiple requests simultaneously. Dude, that was one of the hardest things I've had to learn how to do. Wow. I did not enjoy reading that at all. Because like at first I was saying things like return, and then it started saying return on here. And so I was like, okay, well, I can't say return because then they're going to think I'm saying the thing that I don't want them to type it out, but I want them to hit the return key. How do I, wait. Man, that was challenging. That was definitely challenging. I might have to redo like the first code, because I think I switched it up on the first code there. So I'll go ahead and do the first code real quick, and then maybe say code on the second one. But I think I had it figured out after that, so I think everything else is good. Let me just redo this right here. Code import numpy as np. Next line. DEF scaled underscore dot underscore product underscore attention, parentheses Q, comma K, comma V, close parentheses, colon. Next line, D underscore K equals Q dot shape, bracket, -1, close bracket. Next line, scores equals NP dot DOT, parentheses Q, comma K dot T, close parentheses, / NP dot SQRT, parentheses D underscore K, close parentheses. Next line, attention underscore weights equals softmax, parentheses scores, comma, scores, comma, axis equals -1, close parentheses. Next line, return NP dot DOT, parentheses attention underscore weights, comma, V, close parentheses. Code DEF tokenize, parentheses text, close parentheses, colon. Next line, return text dot split, parentheses, close parentheses. Code DEF byte underscore pair underscore encodings, encoding, parentheses tokens, comma, NUM underscore merges, close parentheses, colon. Next line, for underscore in range, parentheses, NUM underscore merges, close parentheses, colon. Next line, pairs equals get underscore pairs, parentheses tokens, close parentheses. Next line, best underscore pair equals max, parentheses pairs, colon key equals pairs dot get, close parentheses. Next line, merge underscore tokens, parentheses tokens, comma, best underscore pair, close parentheses. Next line, return tokens. All right, I think that's... Man, that took a lot out of me. That should not have taken a lot out of me, but it did. Let's see. I am 47 out of 83 of the pages there. Some part of me always asks, why not just one more? Trying to look through and see if that's a good call. I mean, things are flowing right now. I like the way things are flowing. But it is 12:41, so I'm trying not to stay up all night doing this. So, I need to take a deep breath. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Take a big stretch, you know. Chapter 7. That would leave 8, 9, 10. I think 3 more. If I could finish recording tomorrow and then just do editing for the remainder, that'd be pretty cool. I'd like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe one more might be the move, because then that'll put me at 1, and that won't be terribly too late. All right. Let's see. I just did that so I could rename these over here. Let's create a new chapter 7. Go back and let's hit it. Chapter 7, Mastering Behavioral Questions. While technical knowledge is critical in generative AI interviews, behavioral questions play a vital role in evaluating how well you work within teams, solve challenges, and align with an organization's goals. Employers are looking for candidates who not only possess the technical skills to excel, but also demonstrate adaptability, problem solving, and strong interpersonal abilities. Mastering behavioral questions is about showcasing your experiences in a way that highlights both your technical and soft skills. Why behavioral questions matter in Gen AI interviews. Why behavioral questions matter in AI interviews. In Gen AI interviews, behavioral questions allow interviewers to understand how you handle real-world scenarios, especially those involving challenges, ambiguity, and collaboration. In generative AI roles, where projects often require cross-functional teamwork, creative problem-solving, and iteration under constraints, these questions provide insight into how you approach technical and non-technical challenges. Your ability to work collaboratively with others, how you adapt to evolving requirements, and technologies, your problem-solving mindset and critical thinking abilities. The answers you provide offer a glimpse into your professional demeanor, decision-making process, and ability to contribute positively to a team. A strong response shows that you have the technical depth to solve problems, but also the maturity and communication skills to thrive in collaborative environments. STAR method for answering behavioral questions. The STAR method is a widely used framework for structuring questions to structuring answers to behavioral questions. It ensures your responses are clear, concise, and impactful. STAR stands for situation. Describe the context or scenario you faced. Task. Explain the specific goal or challenge you need to address. Action. Detail the steps you took to solve the problem. Detail the steps you took to solve the problem or complete the task. Result. Highlight the outcomes of your actions, emphasizing measurable achievements or lessons learned. For example, if asked about a time you improved a machine learning pipeline, you might structure your answers as follows. Situation. At my previous company, I was working on a text classification model. That had long inference times, which negatively impacted real-time performance. Task. My task was to optimize the pipeline to reduce latency while maintaining model accuracy. Action. I implemented model quantization to reduce size, optimize pre-processing steps, and deployed the model using TensorRT for faster inference on GPUs. Result. As a result, the inference time was reduced by 40%, and the model performance remained stable, meeting all project requirements. Using the STAR method ensures your answer is easy to follow while emphasizing your problem-solving skills and impact. Using the STAR method ensures your answer is easy to follow while emphasizing your problem-solving skills and impact. Common questions and how to answer them. Below are examples of common behavioral questions in generative AI. Interviews with suggestions on how to structure your answers effectively. Tell me about a time you worked with machine learning pipelines. This question evaluates your expertise with the end-to-end development of machine learning systems. Use the STAR method to showcase your role, contributions, and outcomes. Situation. Describe the specific project where you project where you worked on a machine learning Describe the specific project where you worked on a machine learning pipeline. Task. Highlight the challenge or objective, such as automating data pre-processing or scaling model deployment. Action. Explain the steps you took, such as designing the pipeline, implementing pre-processing stages, or integrating the model into production. Result. Emphasize the impact, such as reduced training time, improved efficiency, or scalability. Example: in a project to automate document classification, I built a machine learning pipeline that ingested raw text, tokenized it using BERT, and trained a classifier. I optimized the pre-processing stages using parallel processing and deployed the pipeline using Kubernetes. This reduced training time by 30% and enabled real-time inference for production use. And enabled real-time inference for production use. Describe a time you overcame a challenge with model performance. This question tests your problem-solving skills and ability to troubleshoot technical issues. Focus on identifying the problem, your method for solving it, and the outcome. Situation: identify the model and the performance issue, such as low accuracy or high latency. Task: define the goal, such as improving accuracy or reducing computational cost. Action: explain the steps you took, such as fine-tuning hyperparameters, augmenting data, or experimenting with model architectures. Result: highlight the quantitative improvement or resolution of the challenge. Example: while working on a GAN for image generation, I noticed that the model was producing low-quality outputs due to mode collapse. I addressed this by switching to Wasserstein GAN with gradient penalty, WGAN-GP, and adjusting the training parameters. As a result, the model began generating diverse high-quality images, achieving a 20% improvement in FID score. How do you handle ambiguity in a project? Generative AI projects often involve unclear requirements or evolving objectives. Interviewers ask this question to evaluate your adaptability, decision-making, and approach to ambiguity. Situation: describe a scenario where project goals or requirements were unclear. Task: identify what needed to be accomplished despite the ambiguity. Action: Action. Explain how you clarified objectives, prioritized tasks, or iteratively refined your solution. Result. Share the outcome and how you successfully navigated the ambiguity. Example. During a project to build a multimodal AI system, the initial requirements were vague, and the team wasn't aligned on the desired functionality. I organized brainstorming sessions to clarify goals and prioritized features based on stakeholder input. By adopting an iterative approach, we delivered a prototype that combined text and image generation, which became the foundation for the final product. Aligning your experience to the job role. Aligning your experience to the job role. To stand out in behavioral interviews, it's crucial to align your responses with the requirements of the role. Tailor your examples to highlight experiences that demonstrate the skills, values, and impact the company is seeking. Understand the role. Review the job function and identify the core skills and responsibilities. For a generative AI role, this might include model deployment, collaboration across teams, or optimizing pipelines for production. Highlight relevant projects. Choose examples that showcase your experience with generative AI systems, such as improving GAN performance, designing transformers for NLP, or scaling inference pipelines. Demonstrate soft skills. Emphasize teamwork, adaptability, and problem solving. Use examples where you resolved conflicts, adapted to new technologies, or navigated ambiguous requirements. For instance, if applying for a role focused on deploying generative AI models at scale, highlight experiences where you implemented For instance, if applying for a role focused on deploying generative AI models at scale, highlight experiences where you implemented model optimization techniques like quantization or pruning, collaborated with cross-functional teams to integrate models into production, ensured team scalability and performance under high user loads. Ensured system scalability and performance under high user loads. By aligning your experiences with the role, you demonstrate that you not only meet the technical requirements, but also understand the broader business objectives. We're at chapter 8. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Well, we're in a good position for tomorrow. 52 out of 83. What's the function? What's the function? 52 out of 83. That makes us 62% of the way. So we are almost 66% of the way, meaning it's almost 2/3. Almost 2/3. I don't want to speak too soon on it, but we're almost there. We're almost there. I think after 8 will be, what is this? 57. Yeah, we'd be about 68. So we'll cross that threshold once we go through chapter 8. Chapter 8's going to take me like another 20 minutes or so I'll definitely not do that today. I think in another world, I was probably doing this. I probably did this chapter tonight in another world, but in this world, it's alas not on the docket. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug off for the evening. It's good function tonight. It's good fraction that we got through. We had a lot to announce as far as like the move goes, as far as the cryptocurrency goes. I'll probably put an address as far as like that token address, and maybe I'll do it where you can like request that token from me. I'm not sure I'm gonna have it to appear on my page here on Twitch, but I'll definitely have it. I'll definitely have it here on Twitch, and yeah, that'll be cool. And with the release of this next book, I'm really thinking about maybe putting up a centralized hub on here to showcase like what I've done so far, and like give those bounty URLs up there as well to be like, these are the books that I've made. If you'd like to buy them, this is where to get them. But I will always gift every single book that I have. I've got so many codes for free, and all I want is people to just enjoy it. So if I could just have that, then I'll be happy. So reach out if you'd like any of the books that I've made on stream. Let me know. I'll send you a free copy because I have plenty. Thank you so much for tuning in. I super appreciate it. Looking forward to the move. That'll be fun in the new studio. Looking forward to the new book, the new project that was reached out to me. That was super cool. Thank you very much, Dr. Kudin. Kudos to Dr. Kudin. I appreciate the offer. Thank you. I'll be happy to add that to the docket. And what else? I slept so much already, and somehow I'm already tired. All right, guys. I think that's about it. But 2 hours logged tonight. That's pretty good. 1 hour 45. You know, that's a chunk. We made a chunk tonight, and that's all that matters. We made a difference. We went from I think the halfway point to about 60%. So that's pretty good. I'm into that. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll see you on the next one. We will definitely be back tomorrow because the deadlines have very much passed on these. So stay tuned for the release. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. See you on the next one.